Okay, time for the Green Lantern. I know again I'm late. Like I said, not everybody has, time. I know a lot of people who post up blogs don't always get it out either. So, excuse me for being a little late. But let's get into it. Green Lantern. I'm a DC guy. Straight up. They played this one pretty close to the chest. They played it very, very, very close to the chest. They really didn't want to go too much off, their own thing. A lot of movies will put their own little twist into it and their own little, their own stamp on it. But I thought overall they played this pretty close to the chest. I give the CGI on this movie a straight 10 out of 10. The storyline, I give it an 8 out of 10. I really like how they did Hal Gordon in this. I really like it. I thought, I honestly thought this wasn't going to be a good movie because the Green Lantern itself has so many stories that could be open, and a lot of stories in the Green Lantern. You could do a Green Lantern about John, or you can just keep it on Sinestro, or you can just, there's so many possible ways you could have went with the Green Lantern. So I was really kind of iffy on I don't know how they're gonna do the Green Lantern with all these possible storylines when you want to just try to get one and hit off with it and make it right. So I think they played this pretty close to the chest and they did it right. Hal Jordan being the first human Green Lantern, pilot, Daredevil pilot, I would say. It's pretty much how I prescribed it in the comic books. How they prescribed it, not me, but how they prescribed it in the comic books. I like the overall look of the movie. I thought the villain, I really can't remember his name right now, right off the top of my head. The villain, the guy, he was probing, not probing, in the butt or nothing like that. He was examining the alien body that gave Hal his ring, Abin Sur, and he caught a yellow fear that possessed his body and mutated him, but it gave him telekinesis in the process. So his head was getting all, and it was too good to look at. I really didn't like that type. I don't know why. It just didn't. The villain for me just didn't really hit off. It didn't. I wanted to, I thought he could have did more on the planet of the Green Lanterns. The core itself. I thought, when he first got there, they had to show him around, of course. I thought Sinestro was a total dick in the whole entire movie. He is a dick overall in the comic books too, but in the comics, he has his reasons for what he does. He's always, for people who really don't get into DC like that and just see Sinestro's always been a guy who just wanted to better himself and his people of the Lanterns. Like in the movie, I thought they hit on point with that. Sinestro was the type of guy who just at the time he didn't want any opposing threat to have an advantage over the Lanterns. And he wanted to make sure that the Lanterns were doing everything that they can to make sure that they stay on top of the universe. That's why, it comes in with the yellow fear. And, you go into the comics, the Red Lanterns, and the blue and the green and the yellow and the black and the orange. He just wanted to make sure that the Green Lanterns were always doing what they could do to possibly stay on top. Because evil threats come in the DC universe every day. And, for people who really get into DC, they know that DC's full of universes. Lots of dimension universes, universe over here, same universe over there. It's stuff happens, and Sinestro knew that, and he just always wanted to make sure that the Lanterns had the will to do what was right, even if it was an immoral code. So I really think, you know, they hit hard with Sinestro on that, even though he was being a total dick at the time. You know, his little fight scene with Hal Gordon, I thought that was real good. You know, Hal pulls out one sword, Sinestro has to one up him and do two swords. You know, are you that inferior? I mean, there is the way it ended. There could be a possible two. I don't want to just. I really don't like jumping off like that. You know, oh, there's going to be a two. Definitely. You know, he does need training. You know, to be a Lantern, your mind has to be open, and right now it's limited. You know, to he used a race car. He did the race car to save the girl. You know, with the little tracks, it was real nice how he had the race car coming off of the tracks, and that he used the machine gun. It was just that was real nice. I like that. But you know, to be a Lantern, you have to open your mind up. You know, your ring is only as strong as you make it. So you know, your mind has to go beyond the beyond to make sure that your power's at the tip-top shape. You know, so Hal being a human, he has kind of a disadvantage. You know, because he's only, you know, you can only see so much in this universe. You know, you look at all the other alien life forms, they've seen so many different other things that their minds just go to a whole nother direction, which makes them stronger, because the ring is just what you think. You know, the ring is what you think. And I really thought they played it close to the chest, and it was a good movie overall. I have to say 8 out of 10. I would like to see more, possibly. Maybe, you know, I was a little disappointed that they didn't give my boy Flash a movie. I'm a huge Flash fan, and they gave the Green Lantern a movie over the Flash. That's the only real negative part that I really would have to say I'm kind of mad at. You know, I'm a huge Flash fan, you know, from Wally West to, you know, to Bart and Kid Flash, and I was really, you know, I used to make jokes with my friends in high school that Flash is going to get a movie and it's going to be the best of all time, you know, and nobody's even talking about a Flash movie. But back to the Green Lantern, I don't want to get too hung up on. That's another day. That's a whole nother day. But the Green Lantern review, you know, if you haven't seen it yet, you might want to check it out. A lot of people aren't DC fans. A lot of people are, you know, heart-to-heart Marvel, you know, but Green Lantern is worth seeing. I don't want to get too much in the storyline because, like I said, they played it close to the chest. All you gotta do is pick up a comic book, you know, and just read the beginning of the Green Lantern. You know, cocky pilot saves an alien. He doesn't really save him. He just pulls him out the water, and he hands him his ring because the ring he chooses Hal, so it brings it to his crash site. But I really thought they did a good job with the Yellow Fear, next, you know, and the explanations of the elders, of the fallen elder, of, you know, wanting to use the fear. I really thought they got a good, you know, concept on that. Like I said, sticking to the comic books. I really thought they did a good job with that. You know, I wasn't too mad at the Green Lantern. I think they should do more movies like that. You know, play it close to the chest. You know, don't go off topic. Like I said in my X-Men review, don't try to make it your own little thing. You know, you do so much of your own little thing, you just ruin the concept of the whole entire movie. And if y'all watched my X-Men review, y'all would see that, or if you've probably seen it yourself, you're really not really too into it. But I really didn't want to, you know, blab on too much about this review. I really wanted to get heavy in my other reviews, but because, you know, Transformers was such a good movie, I put in my one review, and, you know, there's not much to talk about that. A great movie itself. There's a lot, you know, there's a lot to talk about, not much, but just wanted to keep it, you know, strictly to the point on this. This was a movie played close to the chest. I liked it. Good movie. Go see it if you haven't. And I appreciate you for watching my views, and I keep you posted on what I can. See ya.